The Shadow knows.
Once again, we bring you the thrilling adventures of the Shadow, the hard and relentless fight of one man against the forces of evil. These dramatizations are designed to demonstrate forcibly to old and young alike that crime does not pay. Your Red Cross gift provides miracles every day. Give gladly. Help the Red Cross continue these miracles of health giving and life saving in our community. With your gift, you rob earthquake, fire, and flood of their distress. You feed the starved. You curb disease. You prevent disease. You give comfort to disabled veterans. You make human miracles possible every day. When your neighbor, a volunteer Red Cross miracle worker, comes to call at your home, unlock your door, open your heart, and let her tell you of the tremendous work done by the Red Cross. Let her show you that your gift will do to help alleviate human suffering. Give now, give gladly to your 1949 Red Cross Fund. And now, The Shadow. The Shadow, who aids the forces of law and order, is in reality Lamont Cranston, wealthy young man about town. Years ago in the Orient, Cranston learned a strange and mysterious secret: the hypnotic power to cloud men's minds so they cannot see him. Cranston's friend and companion, the lovely Margot Lane, is the only person who knows to whom the voice of the invisible shadow belongs. Today's drama, Unto Death Do Us Part. On a stormy March night, 2 years ago, a heavy-set man with a deeply scarred face stands outside the window of a hunting lodge, looking in at a blonde woman dressed in green lounging pajamas. After a moment, the heavy-set man turns and walks to the door of the lodge. A cruel grin plays on his face as his fingers grip the steel handle of the automatic in his pocket.
Who is it?
I was looking at you through the window.
Who are you?
You were expecting somebody, huh, Mrs. Ames?
You know who I am.
Sure. Lou Ames' wife. My star. Too bad Lou can't trust her. Lou goes out of town and right away
You're one of Lou's spies. Get out of here.
You gonna ask me in, Mrs. Ames?
Take your foot away from that door.
Yeah. When I finish what I come up here for.
If you don't leave me alone, I'll call the police.
Go ahead, Mrs. Ames. You do that. You call.
I'm not joking. Either you get out of here. What? Why did you do that?
Nice looking dog.
Why?
Too bad Lou can't trust her. Too bad.
Come on, Vince. Break down. Have one with me.
Lou doesn't like me mixing business with pleasure, Mrs. Ames.
I told you, Vince, it was still Fay to you.
And so you said, Mrs. Ames.
It used to be Fay before.
You're married to Lou now.
Lou. Is that the only word you know? Did you get cards following him around like a dog?
The guy's been good to me, and he's done all right by you, too.
Vince, I want to tell you something about Lou.
I'm listening.
I made a mistake, Vince. An awful mistake marrying Lou.
You're breaking my heart, Mrs. Ames. Lou operates the biggest gambling joint in the state. You get everything you want. I don't see you crying over all the things you got.
It's an act, Vince. I'm afraid I'm scared to death.
Of what?
Lou. You know what happened to his first wife 2 years ago?
She had it coming, playing around like that.
Then Lou did kill her.
I didn't say that.
The police couldn't prove it, but now I know he did. I have the letters.
Letters? What letters you talking about?
They were in his desk in the next room. Tonight I forced open the desk. Those letters were written to Claire, his first wife, from someone named Sid. That's why Lou killed her.
Now, look, Lou was 200 miles away from the lodge when his first wife was shot.
Yeah, but he had someone do it for him. Vince, I married a killer.
You're letting your imagination run away with you, Mrs. Ames.
Vince, you gotta help me.
Get your hands
Oh,
off.
Vince, please, if ever I meant anything to you. Lou.
Hello, Fay. Hi, Vince.
Hi, Lou. You're back from the club early.
Keep Mrs. Ames entertained like I told you to?
I guess I'm not much on entertaining, Lou.
Well, she don't look bored. Had a good night at the club. 75,000.
75, that's a nice take. Even better.
You can skip it, Vince. Fay, thank Vince for keeping such good care of you tonight.
Thanks, Vince.
It's okay, Mrs. Ames. Good night.
Night. Well, Fay, ain't you gonna kiss me?
Oh, sure. Sure, Lou. You didn't give me a chance to...
You little sneak.
Lou, why did you do that?
Where are they?
Lou, what's the matter?
Where'd you put him?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking
Cut
about.
the where are they?
Really?
You don't tell me so. Help me, I'll break it.
Oh, please.
The letters. What'd you do with them?
Lou, I swear I don't know what you're...
You got those letters from my desk.
No.
Come out of there, didn't you? Didn't you?
Yes, I did. Only stop.
I told you to stay out of that desk. Why'd you take those letters?
I was just curious.
You get me those letters back right now.
All right, Lou. All right.
From now on, you keep that pretty nose of yours out of where it doesn't belong. From now on, Fay, you just remember this. Curiosity killed more than one cat.
Mr. Cranston, you gotta help me. My husband's planning to kill me the same way he killed his first wife.
Please never prove that your husband did that, Mrs. Ames.
The case is still listed as unsolved, isn't it, Lamont?
I know that, Miss Lane. Mr. Cranston, I read that you were on the case 2 years ago. That's why I came to you.
When did the incident with the letters occur?
Last Tuesday night when Lou came home from the club. He hasn't said a word to me about it since, but I know what he's thinking.
Last Tuesday? Oh, that's 5 days ago.
Yes. Why did you wait until now to see me, Mrs. Ames?
Well, Lou hasn't let me out of his sight. I was afraid to phone you. He was called out of town on business an hour ago.
Town on business. It's the same way the night Claire Ames was killed. That was Lou's alibi.
Yes, the same way now. Mr. Cranston, you can believe what I tell you. He did kill her or had her killed. His assistant Vince admitted as much. Mr. Cranston, isn't there some way you can have that case reopened?
Only with sufficient evidence.
Those letters. Maybe there's something in them you could use.
Have to see them first.
I saw him put them in the living room safe when I gave them back. If we can... Come on, find
Mrs. Ames, look out! How's Mrs. Ames, Margot?
The doctor said it was just a flesh wound, Lamont. Lucky thing you pushed her in time. The doctor gave her tablets so she'd sleep for a while.
Where is she?
In the library. What did Commissioner Weston say, Lamont?
Naturally, he said it would have been a great thing if I'd caught Mrs. Ames' would-be killer. Weston said I had lead in my shoes.
I'd like to see him do better. What about the bullet slug you took out of the molding?
Weston's having a ballistical check made. Said he'd call me as soon as he had a report. Hello?
Cranston, Weston.
Oh, speak of the devil.
What's that?
Skip it, Commissioner.
I just got the ballistic report on that slug.
Anything worthwhile?
Plenty. That bullet was fired from a .45, probably a Colt. And get this, Cranston. It was fired from the same gun that killed the first Mrs. Ames.
Oh.
We're picking up Lou Ames just as soon as we can lay our hands on him. I'll keep you posted, Cranston.
Thanks, Commissioner. Thanks a lot.
Well, Lamont?
Margot, the bullet fired at Fay Ames here tonight matches the bullets which killed Claire Ames 2 years ago.
And that proves she's right about her husband's intentions.
So it seems, Margot. But just as soon as she wakes up, we'll take her home.
Lamont, we can't do that. Lou Ames.
She won't have to worry about Lou. Weston's having him picked up for questioning. He won't try anything now that he's...
Maybe that's Commissioner Weston calling back.
Hello?
Lamont Cranston,
Yes, who's this?
I thought maybe you'd like to talk to me.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
A gun? You interested?
Well, it depends on the gun.
A .45 Colt.
Yes, I'm interested.
It's for sale.
How much?
Especially you, Cranston. A C-note.
Oh, sounds like a real buy.
Where's your bargain basement?
Entrance Pier 23. I'll be open for business in 2 hours. 10:30.
Pier 23, 10:30. How will I know you?
You won't. I know you.
Now,
And
wait a
make
minute.
sure you come along. Otherwise, I don't ring up the sale. Understand, Cranston?
Oh, Vince, please stay just a little while longer.
I gotta get back to the club, Mrs. Ames.
Now, Lou might come back and try to kill me again.
You're a Lulu, you are, turning Lou into the cops.
But I told you on the phone he tried to kill me. You gotta help me get away from
What are
him.
you worried about? With every cop in town on his tail, Lou will never get within a mile of this house. Yes, sister, you're a peach. Your own husband.
Oh, Vince, please don't go. Please.
Good night.
Vince! Vince, wait! Come back!
Hello, Faye.
No. No. Don't. Lou. Please. Lou. Please. Lou. Don't. Don't.
Here's Pier 23 just ahead, Margot. Stay way down in the seat.
I will, Lamont.
I'm anxious to make this transaction, so I don't want to frighten him off.
Good luck, Lamont.
Thanks.
Don't turn around, mister.
I wouldn't think of it. Especially with that pressure I feel in my back.
That's real smart of you. Looking for someone, mister?
Yes, it so
I
happened.
said don't turn.
So you did. Sorry. Well, to continue, I was to meet a man here who had an item for sale.
You got the fare?
Don't waste any time.
I deal in quick turnovers. The casino.
Usually do business face to face.
I don't. And 100 back.
You say? Here you are.
Okay. It's 100.
I believe I'm to receive something in exchange for my money. That was the deal.
Yeah, that's right. Deal's a deal. I got it for you right here.
We'll return to the shadow in just a minute. You know, when I see someone in a garden carefully cultivating his tomatoes or something, I can't help wondering what this land of ours would be like if we all were equally careful about cultivating our children. For instance, suppose we inculcated a really deep feeling of sportsmanship in our youth, an attitude which would not tolerate unfair discrimination against minorities, which would demand that every man be allowed to speak his mind anytime, anywhere, within reason, even if his views were not our own. Suppose we brought up our children to consider such things as casting their ballots wisely, serving on juries, and all such civic duties as sacred obligations to their own freedom. How close to perfection would our land become then? And it's not a mere dream. But can our children be taught by words alone? Would those tomatoes I mentioned before grow full and firm merely because they were told to? Of course not. You have to destroy weeds and the worms. You have to take action. And so it is with the teaching of children. We must take action. We have to teach our children how to be good citizens by showing them ourselves, by undertaking all the obligations of good citizenship, by working at being good Americans. Back now to the shadow.
effort to save the life of Mrs. Ames, wife of a gambling boss, Lamont had gone to a waterfront rendezvous. Margot was waiting in the car when suddenly she hears a shot.
Lamont! Lamont!
Over here, Margot.
Lamont, are you all right?
Yes, Margot.
Thank heavens, that shot, I thought...
This man stopped the bullet.
I'd better call a doctor.
The doctor won't help. He's the man who had the gun for sale.
Who fired the shot?
I have any idea. It came from nearby, and I dropped when I heard that.
He's trying to say something, Lamont.
Yes?
The gun.
Yes, I have the gun.
I wasn't gonna cheat you, Cranston. Deal.
Dead, Margot.
Lamont, could we...
All right, Margot, I'll take you home.
Then where are you going?
First, I'm going to notify Weston, turn this gun over to him. Then I'm going to try to get a lead on Lou Ames' whereabouts.
Where do you expect to find that information?
Lou's gambling club. An idea that Lou's Lieutenant Vince might be very helpful if I dropped in as the shadow.
All right, W. Benson.
Hey, Barney.
Yeah?
I've run to my office. I don't want to be disturbed.
Right, boss. All right, don't come down now. All right,
Hello, Vince.
What?
I've been waiting for you.
How'd you get in? Hey, where are you?
Keep looking, Vince.
What kind of a gag is this?
No gag, Vince.
I hear your voice, but I can't see.
No one sees the shadow.
Shadow.
Yes, Vince. You and I are going to have a little talk.
What do you want to talk to me about?
Lou Ames. Where is he?
No, I don't know.
A man named Roxy was shot to death tonight at the waterfront because he was turning over evidence against Lou. You remember Roxy, don't you, Vince?
Yeah, sure. Roxy used to work here.
Lou killed him.
Hey, you got it wrong.
Roxy had a gun, Vince. And a ballistical test proved that the gun was the weapon which killed Claire Ames and nearly killed Fay Ames. It's Lou's gun. The license number proved that.
You don't know what you're talking about. Lou hasn't carried a gun for years.
Yes, because over 2 years ago he conveniently reported it as stolen. Now tell me, where is Lou Ames?
I don't know.
You're lying.
I tell you got this all wrong. Lou couldn't have killed Roxy or took a pot shot at Mrs. Ames. He's not even in town.
He is in town. Less than an hour ago, he tried to murder his wife in their apartment. A policeman on the beat heard her scream. Lou got away just in time. Now, where is he?
I don't know, I tell you. I don't know.
Hiding a murderer is a dangerous game, Vince. If you're lying, you'll find that the shadow can play the most dangerous game of all and win.
Where are we going, Vince?
Just for a ride?
Why are you driving so fast?
The way I remember it, you used to like to drive fast, Fay.
Faye. Oh, Vince, it's so good to hear you call me Faye again. Everything's so different when I'm with you. I'm not afraid anymore. Vince.
Yeah?
Do you still feel that way about me? I mean, like before I married Lou.
I guess I do, Fay. I'm a big cluck, but I do.
Oh, Vince, we can go away where Lou will never find us. Where I'll be safe. We'll just keep driving.
I told you before, Lou's my
Oh,
friend.
listen to me, Vince. Just...
I don't want to hear any more of that crazy talk. You understand? No more.
All right, Vince. All right. Turn around, take me back to town.
We're not going back to town. I'm taking you up to Lou's lodge at Diamond Lake.
What?
Lou's waiting there for you. He said to bring you up.
Oh, Vince, you wasn't. Vince, please turn around. Don't take me there. You'll kill me.
Cut it out. I told you it's only your imagination.
Oh, Vince, for heaven's sake, don't do this to me. I'll never come back alive.
I said cut it out. I got my orders from Lou. He said to deliver you to the lodge. That's where you're going. All right, Commissioner, thank you.
Any luck, Lamont?
No, Margot. Weston's men have scoured the city, not a sign of Mrs. Ames.
She just vanished into thin air.
Sure had, Margot.
Where are we going?
Sometimes murder repeats itself in vicious ways and means. Taking a run up to Lou Ames' mountain lodge.
Not in this weather, huh, Fay? What's the matter? You've been sitting there all morning, not a peep out of you.
Is there anything to say, Lou?
Well, sure. Sure, you can say I'm doing a good job cleaning this rifle. Hey, that reminds me, Fay. Today's the 6th of March. Just 2 years ago today, Claire died up here.
I know.
Oh, yeah, I told you about that last night, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, just 2 years to the day. Funny thing, they said the weather was bad that night. Just like it is now. Gun's all clean. Hey, looks like the rain's letting up. Should clear off soon. Then we'll go hunting. Fay.
Yeah?
I was thinking if either of us wanted to get rid of the other, it'd be a cinch to get away with it. We'll be out in the woods, not a soul within miles. And boom, a shot, and one of us is dead. An accident. You know what I mean, Fay?
Lamont, that scream.
James, Margot. Come on, this way to the left.
You're right, Lamont. Lou's taking her out into the woods here. There she is again. If we can only get to her.
Hurry, down this hill. Watch your step.
Right. Oh, there she is, running across that clearing.
Mrs. Ames, over this way.
He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. Lamont, look, there's a man coming out of the woods behind
Here,
me.
Margaret, it's Lou Ames. He's ducking behind a tree.
Stop him! Stop him! He's gonna... Lamont, look. She's fallen to the ground.
Come on, Margot.
Mrs. Ames. Mrs. Ames.
It's no use, Margot. She's dead. Hunter bagged his quarry, all right.
Okay, keep your shirt on. I'm coming.
Lou.
Quick, Vince, close the door.
I thought you and Fay were up at the lodge. What are you doing back?
Fay's dead.
What?
She's dead.
How? What
We
happened?
were out in the woods. I had a gun. She got away from me. I chased after her. She screamed. That Cranston guy was up there. And with a shot, I saw Fay fall. I don't know how it happened. I didn't wait to find out. I just beat it.
So Fay was right.
Right?
I didn't believe her. It's my fault she's dead. I should have listened to her.
Hey, what are you talking about?
You killed her.
No.
Just the way you killed Claire.
No, I swear I didn't.
You rotten lout.
Listen, I didn't do it, but they won't believe me. I haven't got a chance. Cranston spotted me. Now, look, Vince, you're my friend. You're my best friend. That's why I came out here to your place. You can help me get out.
You're not going anyplace, Lou.
Vince,
Some over this gun goes off. It goes off right in your face.
Vince, what are you going to do?
You killed Fay.
Vince, look, I'll give you anything. I'll give you
You
anything.
killed her.
I'll give you the nightclub, everything.
I'm going to give you something instead, Lou. Exactly what's coming to
Oh,
you. When the
Vince.
cops get here, they'll find you with a couple of holes in there.
No, Vince.
Yeah, Lou. Yeah, I had to protect myself. I shot, self-defense. Killing a wife murderer. Yeah, that's a sure way of settling you once and for all. That's really paying you off for what you did to
Now,
Fay.
Vince,
So
wait.
long, Lou. This is where we say goodbye. My head. Somebody shot my...
Told you I'd be back, Vince.
Shadow.
And I told you I could play your game and win.
Shadow, watch Lou try to make a run for
No,
it.
Vince. Lou is through running.
You gotta watch him. He's a killer.
No, I didn't care.
And you, Vince, you were going to murder the murderer, weren't you?
All right. I was gonna plug him. He was a nice kid.
Really, Vince? And why did you kill her?
What?
Yes, Lou, he killed Fay, and he also arranged for your first wife's murder.
That's a lie.
2 years ago, Claire Ames was killed because you wanted Lou out of the way, Vince. You wanted to take over the club for yourself. You planned it so the murder would fall upon him, but it didn't work out. Lou had too good an alibi.
You're lying. You don't know what
You and Roxy passed the murder gun on to Cranston to cinch the case against Lou, and then killed him to keep him quiet. You waited and tried the same thing with the second Mrs. Ames with the same gun, the one you stole from Lou.
You don't know what you're talking about. They were shot this afternoon up in the mountains. I haven't been out of this house all day.
You're wasting your breath, Vince. I know when you returned to this apartment.
What?
You got back here from the lodge just a few minutes before Lou did.
And it was him. He did kill Fay.
No. No, you can't prove
Oh, you dirty...
No,
rotten
don't.
My friend, my pal.
That'll stop him.
Why, this, you louse, is for Claire.
Stop.
And this is for Fay.
No.
And this is for me. We'll... Now, come on, get up.
All right, Lou.
Put this stinking
I
rattle.
said that's enough. Let him go. I'll handle it from here.
Okay, it's all yours. I just want to see he gets what's coming to him.
Don't worry about that, Lou. Vince will get everything that's coming to him. Every single vote.
Well, Margot, Vince made a full confession. He was the one who shot Fay Ames outside the lodge.
And he did kill Claire Ames 2 years ago?
No, but he hired Roxy to do the job for him.
Lamont, what made you suspect Vince?
Well, Margot, we knew that Roxy was killed by a .38 caliber gun. While I waited for Vince in his office as the shadow, I found a .38 in his desk drawer. That, coupled with Vince's being heir to Lou's gambling throne, gave me a solid combination of suspicion.
Well, Lamont, you didn't tell me about the gun in Vince's desk.
Didn't I?
You know very well you didn't. Why did you withhold that information from him, Lamont?
Well, frankly, Margot, I was saving it for the end.
The end?
And, as they say in the storybooks, this is it.
Spring is nearly here, and many of our listeners will be getting out their gardening tools, their overalls or shorts to again try their hands at raising their own vegetables. For most of us, gardening is an enjoyable hobby, and it certainly is a great thrill to see the results of your work come out of the ground right before your eyes. In other lands, many people will also be watching their spring planting grow. CARE, the Cooperative for American Remittances to Europe, proposes to help meet that need with their new vegetable seed package. It contains 28 varieties of vegetables. In order for families in Europe to start planting, you should order the CARE seed package right away. Total cost, with delivery guaranteed, is $4. Send your orders to Nonprofit CARE, 50 Broad Street, New York, and help a family help themselves. Now, again, The Shadow.
This story is copyrighted by Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated. All names and places are fictitious. Any similarity to persons living or dead is purely coincidental. Listen again next week, same time, same station, when The Shadow will again demonstrate that the weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The Shadow knows.
Next week, same time, same station, we bring you another strange and thrilling adventure in the Shadow's daring battle against the forces of evil. The part of Lamont Cranston was played by Bette Morrison, Margot by Grace Matthews. This program came to you from New York. Stay tuned now for Quick as a Flash. This is Mutual Don Lee Broadcasting System.